Today I want to speak about 6 reasons why squatting is really good for us. The 6th is really interesting and not related to the physical level. If we are meeting for the first time, my name is Yoga Sensei Towani Clarke. I hope you're on the floor squatting like I am. Let's see how long we can actually squat. This is an experiment to see if I can squat for a whole 10 minutes straight. And you know, the very interesting thing about squatting is how it affects us. And we're going to start from the ground up. The first thing is the feet. When we squat, we'll see that our ankle joint in front is in a smaller position and the back is in a bigger position, so we get to stretch the Achilles tendon over here, and there's a lot of injuries that can happen in the Achilles tendon just from being tight, and this muscle, muscle trained, as they say, goes all the way up to the hamstring, so just stretching that is really good and can prevent a whole lot of injuries. And there is a condition known as plantar fasciitis. If you don't know what it is, that's probably good because you haven't suffered from it, but it gets really painful to walk. You will find that in this condition, it tends to be people who are flat-footed or maybe stand a lot. When we do this, you'll find that the arches of the feet, so we don't want to be squatting like this, it's not great for the knees, we want to be squatting like this. The arches of the feet get a whole lot stronger, and we can release and get rid of conditions like plantar fasciitis, or even prevent them from happening in the first place. When we sit, our ankle is in a rigid position. We don't have the flexibility that we can get when we squat. Ooh, I don't know about you, but I am feeling it in my feet, and also a little bit in the knees. So this is the next area. We get more flexible. When we sit, our knees tend to be just in a 90-degree angle, whereas you notice that when we're squatting, it's a lot more of an acute angle, which means we maintain our range of movement that ordinarily we would lose. If you don't use it, you lose it. So we have the ability to come up and the ability to come down, and we don't want to lose that as we get older. The next thing is the hips. I don't know about you, but there's a major stretch going on in the inner hips in these adductor muscles. When we sit, we generally tend to sit like this, especially if you're a lady, and it means that these muscles in the inside tend to get pretty tight. So it's good that we give them a big stretch, and this opens up the pelvis, which means we get a whole lot of blood flow going in, which is really good for the pelvic system. In fact, in a lot of cultures, this is a way of giving birth, which really makes so much sense, more sense than lying down, because gravity is helping. I'm almost at the range of how much I can squat, but let's see how much longer I can manage. It's almost 5 minutes of squatting now. Now notice that when we're squatting, we tend to be leaning a little bit forwards, and we actually engaging our abdominal muscles, our stomach muscles, to help keep us here. And that means, and also because of the position, we're putting a lot of pressure. And I think this is why, just biologically, this is a really good way to kind of eliminate the waste, to get into our number 2 motions for the days. I'm sure if we had squat toilets, we would have a whole lot less constipation on the planet. So this is really something that can help us eliminate what's going on in the stomach. And the 5th reason, and I'm going to turn for this one, the 5th reason is, and you can see here, the back. We don't want to be rounding and slumping, which we tend to do a lot when we're sitting, but if you can arch a little bit, tuck the pelvis a little bit out, arch, we get this little curve in the back and open, and shoulders back and down. The full expression of the pose in yoga is malasana. If you come into this pose, you will feel those back muscles working back there. And I think I can't take it any longer. I am gonna not squat anymore. Which brings me to the 6th reason, which is not even so much physical. squatting is great for our energy. It brings, you know, the base of our body, the base of our torso close to the earth, and we feel more grounded and we feel more secure. And it's a place where we can also have a lot of pent-up emotions. And my experience has been teaching that sometimes people feel just a sense of relief or a sense of energy coming out from all the tension that we are holding. The good thing with that is that that sense of relief means that pent-up energy is released, and we are no longer using our energy to hold that energy in or hold that, and we can use this energy for something else. So I will hope that you squat daily. Make it a habit to squat, even if it means that we make excuses. If we're picking up something from the floor instead of bending, we can squat down, pick what we want, and then come back up, and that really strengthens all the muscles around us. Or sometimes I do this if there's no chair and I'm sitting and I'm waiting for a bus or something. You see this a lot in India. You can just sit like this, just checking that the back is nice and straight. So make those excuses to squat, or join a class, join a yoga class. We squat every single class. I call it our daily squat, and do feel free to join us. The classes are still going on online in the Kututa Yoga online studio. I'll post the URL at the bottom. If you join us in class and share this video, if you know anyone who's having problems with their feet, with their knees, with their hips, with their elimination periods, or really tense, share this video with them, and look forward to next week's tips on how yoga can make our life better.